Okay, it's 10 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. I certify we do have a quorum. All 5 members are present. Opening prayer by Reverend Bill Willingham. Is Bill here? No Bill. Okay, I'll do the prayer then. And then our pledges. Commissioner Arndt, can you lead us in our pledges? Everyone rise, please. Lord, we love you. We thank you for all the abundance that we have today. And we ask that you watch over our first responders and our military personnel. And Lord, I ask for your guidance today for this court, that we will make decisions that will benefit our county and glorify your name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On our state, under God, one indivisible.
Okay. Item number 6, consent agenda. Do we have anyone that has any concern about an item on the agenda? Anything to be removed or discussed?
The P&Z, Ray Roberts, let's pull that one off, which is H. H is in here.
All right. Any further discussion about removing H?
I'll make a motion, we accept the consent agenda excluding H.
Second. Have a motion to accept consent agenda except for H by Commissioner Snuggs, seconded by reversed. I have a motion by Commissioner Clement to accept the consent agenda less H, seconded by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item number 7.
Now I got to clear up H.
Say again?
We need to clear up H,
Oh, okay.
if you don't mind.
No.
I'm just curious, they had 3 board members present, they have a 7-member board. Now, I know we just accept their minutes, but we appoint those folks. I mean, I don't want to get into something where somebody comes back and says that wasn't done quite properly, so if someone would
Looks like
discuss it.
my last appointee was there, and then my other appointee broke his hand the day before, so.
Well, it's just something,
Yeah. It,
we just moved to accept their minutes, but I think they ought to be careful. So I'll make a motion, we accept it as it is, but I don't know who would talk to them, but
on the,
Shows like they signed, but there's, when they voted, then we
yeah,
went 3-0.
only vote 3-0. That would be something good for the judge to,
To check into?
yeah, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I'll look into it.
at the top, it showed that there was a value designee present,
Yeah, it doesn't really,
not present.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, that is all I have on that. I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Clements to approve, seconded by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. It is now 10:04. We'll open the public hearing of replat of Lot 1484 and 1485 of Lake Kiowa Incorporated subdivision located at 843 Kiowa Drive East, Lake Kiowa. Anyone here to speak to this? No one signed up? Is there anyone here that didn't sign up that would like to speak? Okay, then we're going to close the public hearing at 10:04. Item number 9, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding replat of Lot 1484 and 1485 of Lake Kiowa Incorporated subdivision located at 843 Kiowa Drive East, Lake Kiowa.
Did Lake Kiowa signed off on it, didn't they, Kathy? Did Lake Kiowa sign off on this?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Yep. I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
I have a motion from Commissioner Snuggs to approve and a second by Commissioner Hollowell. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 9 passes 5-0. Item number 10, deliberate and consider possible approval of resolution in opposition to unfunded mandates. I'll speak to that. The resolution should be on there. The long and the short of it is, and I think you guys already know this, is we're spending over $2 million a year supporting unfunded mandates. And of course, in this economic crunch time, it's going to be very difficult to balance our budget going into fiscal year 2021. So I think that it is prudent for us to let our legislators know that there needs to be a revenue stream associated with new legislation that might impact us financially. So that's kind of my stance on this. I hope the rest of you agree.
Approve.
Say what?
I said motion to approve it.
Oh, I'll second.
I have a motion to approve the resolution opposing unfunded mandates by Commissioner Snuggs, seconded by Commissioner Clement. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item 11, deliberate and consider possible approval of emergency repairs to HVAC system at the DPS office. That has already been done. I think we need to approve that funding for it. Don't see Shelley. I know there was a PO cut for it. Don't see Rick either.
Rick, sir.
There you are, Rick. Wearing that mask threw me off.
Yeah.
That was the plan. Oh, we got 3 quotes from 3 different heat and air guys, and went with the cheapest one. He has ordered the unit, and it is in stock, and he's planning to put it on there tomorrow.
Shelley, to get you up to date, we're on item 11, deliberate and consider possible approval of emergency repairs to the HVAC system at the DPS office. Rick has brought to our attention, he has 3 quotes, the lowest of which has it in stock. Is that correct? And his plan is to install tomorrow?
Yes.
We're just ratifying an action, right?
Yes, sir.
Move to approve. Shelley, you need this?
I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Hollowell, seconded by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, emergency repairs to HVAC approved 5-0. Number 12, deliberate and consider possible approval of bid award for Cooke County bid fiscal year 21-001 bulk fuel at River Co-op and Douglas Distributing. So does somebody have data? My computer was down, so you guys are going to have to help me out here. We are.
We're over here signing paperwork.
You about to add something to this, Shelley?
We're trying to multitask.
You're the best.
Can't multitask.
I read this earlier, this is the price undelivered, is that correct?
No, the top one's at the pump, Judge. The second half is delivered to our facilities.
Okay,
And looks like, and you guys can read this as well as I can, looks like that Red River's cheaper at the pump, and that's what we're doing now, at least on unleaded. I don't know the numbers as to whether we use more unleaded or more diesel at the pump.
The award is based on lowest total price on the daily opus plus the vendor markup, or including the vendor markup, which is the margin of profit in the freight charge. That's how you're supposed to award the bid.
You done the math, Shelley?
It basically looks like the same, the ethanol-free for the co-op and the diesel for Douglas.
So does that indicate we probably need to do the same thing we did last year? Split it and continue our at the pump at Red River and our at the barns with Douglas?
Sorry.
How can they show a negative profit margin again? Sorry, better speak in the microphone. How can they show a negative profit margin again? Is anything about that, Chili?
No.
Wonder what the end game is there.
and these are fixed price for the duration of fiscal year '21?
No.
Based on,
And the profit margin is
Gotcha.
fixed, the daily price changes.
and probably the only way to understand it, we break it down by gallons used of ethanol free, because I don't think we're using any regular unleaded now. I think everything, guys, is that correct? Everything we're doing is ethanol free now from both facilities?
At least that's the barn.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all they carry at the pump at Red River.
It is.
Yep.
But I burn considerably more diesel at the barn than I do unleaded, so on the delivery price, Douglas is probably gonna beat them based on quantity. And then at the pump, probably with our patrol vehicles, ethanol free at the pump is probably gonna be the biggest savings through the co-op. These taxes, Shelley, remind me, that's federal tax, right? So
Yes.
we're not exempt from.
We're not exempt from those. And because we're not using dyed diesel, we don't get a credit on the diesel. But we have to apply for that. The dyed diesel is the red dyed diesel. Yeah.
We've done this before, though, on the margin, so if we base it on the margin, would it be appropriate to split it like we did before?
Yeah, you can split it.
Be a repeat of last year, right?
I was just sitting here.
Well, do we want to take no action and get some additional information?
No.
I make a motion that we continue like we were, do the at the pump with Red River and at the barns with Douglas. Like we've been doing.
Wait, Shelley's shaking her head no.
I need you to say to award
Billboard.
the at pump.
I say we need to do I make the motion that we do the at pump, award that to Red River. And at the barns, delivered fuel to Douglas Distributing Price.
Thank you, because this is a new contract.
And I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Arndt to accept the bid and divide it between Red River.
Wait, Shelley's shaking her head again.
Okay, let me start all over again.
Not accept the bid, to award.
Okay, let's start over. All right, I have a motion by Commissioner Arndt to award the bid to Red River for at the pump and to Douglas for delivered fuel. I have a second for that proposal by Commissioner Hollowell. Any additional discussion?
You've just insulted me.
I'm sorry. Had
My
a
whole
second-
family is at home. What? No, never.
have a second by Commissioner Clement. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bulk fuel, item number 12 is approved 5-0. Item number 13.
Put their sheet back, Judge.
Oh, sorry, I've marked it up too. Okay, item number 13, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding courthouse annex remodel. My concern here is, do we have a plan, a project plan of what we're going to do and when we're going to do it? And how is it affected by the purchase of the Crest building? My way of thinking, we probably need a small team with the stakeholders that would be involved to start putting together a plan of what it is we want to do and when we want to do it and how we're going to pay for it. Any thoughts from the court?
Why don't we just have a workshop amongst the
Okay.
Commissioners Court,
I don't have a problem with that.
if everybody's agreeable? I don't know when, but
Well, we can determine when later. So I'll make a motion on item number 13 that we schedule a workshop to discuss further action on the courthouse annex remodel.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Judge Starnes and a second by Commissioner Clement to have a workshop to determine how we move forward with the courthouse annex remodel. Item 14, deliberate and consider possible action.
Vote.
Say again?
We gotta vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Workshop for the courthouse annex is approved 5-0. Item number 14, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding various grant funds. Any updates on any of these?
I received a request for additional documents from FEMA today, even though they said they weren't going to send another request.
What do they want to know now?
They need more copies of canceled checks and more bank statements. Friday, week ago, the week before the ice, Pam and I got the documents submitted for the grant for the elections that came from Center for something, yeah, I can't remember.
Grant that I requested.
That $10,000 she got, yeah, we got that grant submitted, documents, and that one's closed. and haven't worked on any of the others, obviously, due to the ice. So I'll get the documents for the flood going. As soon as I get the copies of the canceled checks. And I don't,
Have anything else to add to the grants?
I don't believe this ice storm will result in a FEMA project for the county. It's more for individual assistance. So that, I don't believe we had enough damage or any damage.
Not been included in the governor's disaster.
Yes,
Was.
yes, it did. And in the 77, yeah, it did. But Cooke County itself, I don't think has any damage. It's for the individuals. So, Ray's,
Ray, would you like to brief us, please? Take the podium. We were on a phone call yesterday. Ray probably can explain this better than I can.
Ray's changing my mind?
Well, no, well, it's not necessarily just the county specifically. We also have our 5 incorporated communities, school districts.
Right, but
Electric.
for us.
Right.
Yes.
Yes,
For me, I don't have another grant to work on.
probably not.
Okay, that's what I was alluding to.
So on the cold weather in particular, if I can just give an overview, would that be sufficient? Or,
Sure. Yeah.
okay, so as a result of the extreme winter weather, we experienced a very significant partnership with county agencies took place to include City of Gainesville, Gainesville High School and School District, the Red Cross, St. Paul's Episcopal Church, North Central Texas College. Those were the major focus people that helped us get shelters and warming centers set up and do evacuations. There was one long-term care facility that had to be evacuated and a site set up to receive those folks for a few days. Senior housing was affected, so a convalescent shelter for seniors was set up. A warming center and shelter for the general public was established. And then St. Paul's Episcopal also held a warming center for folks down there. So all of that was done in the middle of the weather. Damage assessments are ongoing. Schools, hospitals, water companies, and water districts, Pentex Electric, for instance, those are all entities that are going to be impacted by the public assistance side of the disaster itself. On the public assistance side, that's public entities, water companies, electric companies, cities, counties, hospital districts, those types of things. So right now the city is working on assessing NTMC, including them in their assessment, NCTC and Gainesville School District, while the county is working with the 5 incorporated community as well as school districts, water districts, and everything else. And so as those uninsured or underinsured losses are determined, they could be rolled up and reported through a county public assistance request to help them offset their losses. On the individual assistance side, which is homeowners and businesses, nonprofits, Cooke County has already been declared eligible for individual assistance as well as public assistance as one of the 77 counties in the state that received that initial declaration. Normally in this process, we would assess our individual assistance related damages to determine the relative amount to go to the state to then be submitted to FEMA to get a declaration. In this case, that's already taken place for us because of the known quantity of damages and our effort in our disaster declaration early in the process. Cooke County residents are now eligible for FEMA assistance. And what they need to do, and it's on our Facebook page already,
so it's very easy to come from there, but there's a written copy of it.
Is it on the Facebook page or on the county website?
It's on the Facebook page right now. And if we would, if it would, if you wanted, if the county deems it necessary to put it on the county webpage, I think we can talk to Daryl to have that done.
A lot of folks out there are not Facebookers, so.
So it's www.disasterassistance.gov. So disaster assistance, all one word, .gov is the website to go to register. Or there are two different phone numbers, 1-800-621-3362 or 1-800-462-7585. So those are both different ways to get registered with FEMA. We'll also be working with our VOAD, or Volunteer Organizations Active in Disaster, this week and determine the status of that organization to help those who may be uninsured or underinsured and may have uncovered cost that FEMA won't be able to assist them with, but there's still damages they may need. So that group would then help connect resources with people who need help and make sure that we're getting as many people helped with the assistance we can get as possible. I would remind people that registering with FEMA for assistance is a process. And so follow the paperwork, do what they ask you to do. In some cases, there's an SBA, or Small Business Administration loan application that you fill out. That doesn't mean you're going to take out a loan. That's just simply FEMA's way of amalgamating and getting your financial information to determine your financial situation to see what kind of help they may provide you. On our call yesterday, the state had said that they had already had approximately 80,000 people sign up for that at the end of the day Saturday, and 75% of those were done online, while the rest, I assume, were done by telephone. This will not be a traditional disaster recovery center where we see a lot of FEMA shirts in town. They'll do most all of it by virtual telephone and computer work. We also did water disbursements from Cooke County. We got 34 pallets of water. We assisted Grayson County, Fannin County, City of Denison, City of Sanger, and then throughout Cooke County, that water was also distributed as requested and is available out there already. It has been since last week. That kind of covers that for now.
Could I ask you to take another step and go ahead and provide the link for the assistance, both from FEMA and from the agricultural departments with the media, and ask Daryl to put it on our page as well?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
They're not going to say that our high electric bill is a disaster, are they?
I think the governor's already working on that.
That's a disaster of a different making.
Thank you, Ray.
Sir.
Anything else on grants? Okay, if there's nothing else, we'll go in. It is 10:29. We'll go into executive session now. Okay, it's 11:23. We'll start our normal session, leaving the executive session Item number 16, deliberate and consider possible action on February 13, 2021 disaster declaration. Can you help us out there, Ray? My concern is, do we need to extend that declaration or not?
No, sir, I don't believe we do. It won't impact whether or not any more assistance is granted or received. It did what it needed to do for the time it needed to do it. If there were still extenuating circumstances that we might need to deal with, then possibly, but it doesn't appear at this point that we need to.
Okay, I make a motion, we take no action.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Hollowell. Any other discussion? All of those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We will take no action on item 16, 5-0. Number 17, deliberate and consider possible actions on public health emergency declaration. Once again, we need you.
Yes, sir. So we are obviously still moving forward in the COVID-19 fight. At the end of last week, we still had 111 active cases that we were working. That's significantly down for now. But again, no reason to not continue doing the things we've been doing that have gotten us to where we're at, hopefully. We are testing again this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we have vaccinations going on. Tuesday will be second shots, 400 of those. Thursday will be first shots for 1,700 people. And
Yeah.
so big jump this week since we weren't able to do anything last week. So we are able to get that. We got a significant allocation for this week plus the ones we did not give last week. So Thursday's going to be a busy day from 8 to 4 at the Civic Center. Those appointments are out there. The emails have been sent. Phone calls are being made today to get that all confirmed and make sure that we don't have a lot of leftover. And ideally, people confirm their appointment, they show up for their appointment. It's a pretty big obligation to do that.
You haven't been advised that the 1,700 we were expecting has been cut in half or anything of that nature?
No, sir.
When will we have physical delivery?
I hope by tomorrow. Typically, we get notification and they're delivered normally by Tuesday. Sometimes we get it Monday, but generally it's by Tuesday at the latest.
Okay.
I would infer, no, sir, we need to just continue what we're doing.
Okay.
There haven't been any dramatic changes. We're still monitoring all of the cases, hard at work, calling all of those people on the new cases and keeping them on the list, maintaining contact with them. Hospitalizations are probably, I would say, leveled off. They continue to vacillate around 5 to 7 locally.
What's the region, Ray? Are we below that?
Yes, sir, we are. I sent it out. I think we're at 13% now. And I believe we have made that for 7 days in a row. So as the state mandated, the bars could reopen and restaurants, I believe, could go back to 75% if I'm not mistaken. So we continue to monitor.
Okay. Anybody have anything else on the emergency declaration for COVID-19? Make a motion that we take no action on that declaration. Have a second from Commissioner Hollowell. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 18, future agenda items. Anybody have anything we need to put on the agenda?
What we need to put on there for an extended period, be sure it's on recurring agendas, is any action, discuss and approve any action associated with our communication project, I guess would be the thing.
Okay.
And it's one of those we just need to leave on and stay for a while, like we're doing these grants and stuff. So if something comes up, we can take an immediate action.
Sounds good. Anything else? Anyone?
No, I can think of.
Okay. I'll make a motion that future agenda items, we add communication project.
Second?
Have a second from Commissioner Hollowell. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, 5-0. And item 19, adjourn.
Motion.
Motion from Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
And a second from Commissioner Hollowell. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We will adjourn 5-0. Thank you.